In case you missed it, this week the Washington Commanders had press conferences for their two uh, coordinator positions, coaches that they just hired. Joe Wilt will be defensive coordinator for the defense. On offense is Cliff Kingsbury. Uh, it's really two outstanding hires by Dan Quinn, um, identifying those guys and actually those guys willing to come here. It seemed like his business back to business as a football operation, which is, whoo, man, music to my ears in regards to how not only how we were running as an organization, disorganized and dysfunctional under the Dan Snyder regime, which was just suffocating and just insufferable, basically. Josh Harris ownership group has put together an outstanding um, game plan as far as reaching out to coaches. And I know this whole Ben Johnson, um, I wouldn't say debacle, but just basically issued, um, but he pulled his name out the hat, so it is what it is on that. So, but I think Dan Quinn is the right man. Um, you get these second chances. Like I said, it could be another Tom Coughlin when into the MC. I think it was 2005 when we had Joe Gibbs was in the division. Bill Parcells was coaching the Cowboys. Of course, Tom Coughlin was coaching the Giants, and Andy Reid was coaching the Philadelphia Eagles. So Coughlin got two Super Bowls with his stay with the Giants. Coming from Jacksonville, marginal, hit and miss. Had some good years there. Um, couldn't get over the hump to get to the Super Bowl, but we're in some big games. Had some good talent there. Fred Taylor, talented wide receivers, Keenan McCardell and Jimmy Smith. So he had some pretty good quarterbacks. Mark Brunell. I think he ended up coaching Byron Leftwich and the young man named Gerard. I forget his first name. So they was pretty competitive back then. I'm not gonna lie. So fast forward to now, the Commanders, Adam Peters leading the charge as the GM. There was some shuffling in the front office where they got Martin Mayhew and Marty Herney as in some type of advisory role capacity. Um, they're going to be in the room on draft day. They're going to be making their suggestions and, like I say, advising and, you know, giving their advice, man. The more the merrier. If you're talented, you can identify with talent, man, because we need those gems with this draft class that we have. And I was looking at some, I'm just gonna say highlights. Qualify them as just being highlights right now, not really breaking down the film. But based on Drake May, Jaden Daniels, and Caleb Williams, out of all three had outstanding highlight tapes. And as far as Drake May, prototype quarterback, 6'4", 225, um, has a strong arm. He does has a strong arm. He's pretty athletic. I like to see him not take a lot of hits when he's running. I kind of, with his frame, a couple of times I saw he took some big hits. So I would not like to see my quarterback, number one draft pick, being, when he can get down and make decisions like that. But it's football and injuries are part of the game. But I like to see him clean that up. A lot of times, like you say, he will struggle at times in plays that's right there that he can make. He choose another option, and you got receivers wide open, and he just can't. On time at times, overthrow, inaccurate. Um, so, but I like him overall. I like him overall. Uh, as far as Jaden Daniels, very splash impact. He pops in the screen. Um, he's good. He's very good. He's got a good arm. He's athletic as hell. He's fast as hell. He's shifty. He's got speed. Um, he can move in the pocket. He can get out if he needs to be. He's deadly in the red zone, and he will keep his eye downfield, and he will hit the open wide receiver if you make a mistake. So I thought his highlight film was outstanding. The one that I saw, just basically on on the internet, YouTube, or whatever. Also, Caleb Williams. Now Caleb Williams is interesting because he has he has this Houdini like um, in the pocket. I don't know. He's just like his footwork and he got that. He can get his escape ability and he got that spin move and it works. You would think they would coach to deny it, but he definitely made the biggest splash as far as his highlight film. And he was my number one that I saw, followed by Jaden Daniels and Drake May. Um, you know, like I said, all of them fantastic. All of them fantastic. I mean, you can't go wrong with any of them. It's just based on my point of view. The more talented quarterback was Caleb Williams. Uh, he made some eye-opening throws, but he's made some decisions that you question, and I can see him and Cliff Kingsbury continuing a relationship and growth if we was blessed to get him, and that's a big if because we don't know what Chicago's going to do. But with that said, I'd rather be in the number two position because I know I'm gonna get a good quarterback either way. You know what I'm saying? So I think the consensus is that Caleb Williams is going to be the number one overall pick in the 2024 NFL draft. So it just matters what team drafts them. You know what I'm saying? So you know, will the Commanders move up? Um, there's rumors that the Chicago coming out of Chicago there was going to be a historic compensation package. So I don't know how much I'm for one, but if that's your guy, it's arguments both way. But do you want to give up a ransom? But you haven't been in the playoffs. You need a quarterback. You need a quarterback. So this is you're not going to. Hopefully, you'll never be picking two again in the draft. And this can make a break whether you go forward and being in the bottom of the draft board. So I mean, top of the draft board. But we need a quarterback, man. Unless you're gonna run it back with Sam Howell, hey, look, I won't be mad if you do, based on him being more coached up, or maybe a different outlook, a different philosophy. Um, Sam needs a run game, so an offensive line. I like to see him under that. If you're gonna run it back, at least get him protected and help him out with the run game. Get him a tight end. Um, get him a tight end and another running back. It don't have to be a downfield back, but another little change of pace back that you can get that'll thrive in this type of offense. Quick, scat back, or either somebody. Curtis Samuels can be one that you can just take off in this type of offense. So that's another option. He's under well, he'll be a free agent if we don't. I can't see us franchising him, making him an offer or extending him. I don't know, but at that point you have to extend him, and he might want to hit free agency again. So we don't know. Decisions. That's why we got Adam Peters. I'm confident in what he does. You know what I'm saying? So I'm confident. If by chance that I might not like all his moves, we're not. look, as fans, we're not gonna like everything that they do, but we're gonna support. Hopefully, I don't want to kill the team. Just because one draft pick don't work out or it doesn't go the way you want it to go. But we can't do that. We gotta let this team cook. We gotta let Adam Peters cook. Gotta let Dan Quinn cook, and go from there, man. I think we're in good. I like the coaching staff. I like the addition of Anthony Lynn to add to the offense as another voice, a powerful voice offensively in the run game. So I think things going to be we're going to be whoever we got here who will make the roster. We got talent. I think it just needs to be coached up with a different approach. So I think we have that on Cliff Kingsbury, Anthony Lynn, and a couple other good coaches. The offensive line coach, I think, was the question mark. Bobby Johnson, but hey, man, maybe he needs to change the pace too. So we'll see, man. We'll see. Hopefully, I don't know. I would like to have some athletic offensive linemen. Of course, we need some defensive linemen, defensive pass rushers, and all kinds of stuff. So um, we're in a pretty good position. So I don't know if you hold pat, you go up there and get the guy you want. You know what I mean? So that's the way it is. That is the way it is. But you got options. Like I said, you got um, three outstanding quarterbacks. However the chips may fall, but you got options. And you're sitting pretty at the number 2 spot. So there's going to be some call ups. People wanting to trade up with you, and so you have that option. As I said, you have options. Who's to say? Who's to say we're not in negotiations with the Bears right now? Oh, is that? Oh, that's right. We're not allowed because the season. The the league year is over, so we gotta wait till the league year. Um, so they gotta be careful with that. They can't be. I mean, they can get some intel from other people, but not directly. You know what I'm saying? So football espionage and all that. We're not even. Well, are we late night? We're in the night. Not late night. Saturday night. Talking some football. Talking Washington Commanders. Um, but yeah, I think that look. We don't know what's going to happen. Ginger, that's good. We don't know what's going to happen. Look, based on the Coach Witt, defense coordinator Joe Witt. I believe hey, look, man, he had me fired up. I tried to control myself. I tried to be, let process play out because that's what I'm trying to do as a football fan. Even though I'm anxious to try to get back to that, but I know we're a long way off. But we're a player here and there, and I gotta just ride it out. And I'm with all the analytics that they can come up with, and like I said, we're operating as a true football franchise now. You know what I mean? With football first, uh, Josh Harrison already put down the edict. We're here to win championships, and so got Magic Johnson on board pulling. I mean, they said that he was kind of like the main reason why we got Cliff Kingsbury. So kudos to Magic Johnson, who is a limited partner in the organization, but a big voice in the organization. Um, so hey, we'll be back. We'll be flying our colors again in the Super Bowl. Trust. You know what I'm saying? It can be done. It can be done. We get the right players. Like I said, I think the right leader of men and Dan Quinn. Um, he has a lot of fire. He has a lot of. He's ready to go, and that's what I like. And he was he didn't duck or shy away from coming here. He wanted to be here, and I got to give a guy credit who wants to be here. Like I said, under the Snyder regime, we were limited in getting quality coaches. But look, Ron Rivera, unfortunately, good guy, but it didn't work, man. He was just spinning our wheels. We left right in the worst position that we got. Same position. You know what I mean? One playoff appearance in a COVID year. Okay. Never could solve the quarterback situation, and even kind of fumbled it on his last few weeks that he had here with Jacoby, um, Brissett, hamstring injury when he was supposed to start. So everything's crazy, but it is what it is, man. Washington Commander football, Sunny C here. Um, yeah, we'll fly our colors. We just gonna build. We're gonna build. I just want us to be fundamentally sound and like Coach Witt was saying, attack violently. I mean, we're going to be uh, a football team that's going to be physical, and I'm all for it. I'm all for it. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to see the product. Like I said, I'm willing to give them time. Let this draft play out. Let them do what they do. You know what I mean? Stay out their way. Back off. I know the fans like to do their mock drafts and all that, but we talking about serious football. We talking about reorganization and being a player back in this league consistently, consistently, and hopefully get back home to the Super Bowl. I have no doubt with the leadership. You never know how things are going to play out, but I have no doubt that we're going to be competitive, even in. I don't look. All the coaches in the NFC East are on the hot seat. Every last one of them, except Dan Quinn. Sirianni is on the hot seat. Mike McCarthy is on the hot seat, and definitely Dabo. Dabo is definitely on the hot seat. He's been, I think he's been meh. I mean, you had the one playoff win that gets him a pass. Daniel Jones got hurt. They gave all that money to Daniel Jones. Now I don't know who decision that was. I don't know if that's the coach's decision, owner's decision, or the GM decision. I guess they all on board with it because they was able to get the money. So if you really wanted to make a stink, you could have, what I mean. But they kept it in house or whatever. So we don't know. Sound like an owner move to me, to be honest with you. I'm not gonna lie. Sound like an owner move to me. To give you that much money, I guess they said settle for a quarterback who meets the prototype. Unfortunately, he got injured. He plays. He uses his legs, so he puts himself at risk every time. It's a major injury, but he's young enough to overcome it. Overcome it. And of course, you have Philadelphia and the Cowboys. So you got Dak, who got pressure on him. The Cowboys is always under pressure. But you got Jerry Jones. He's the general manager. You know what I mean? He's probably saying, I give you the players, man. You got to make it work. I got a salary cap. I got Dak breathing down my neck for about $60 million a year. I got to make a decision. You know what I mean? I can't trade him. I believe Dak got a no trade contract, no trade clause, but he might negotiate it, but he made sure of that based on the negotiations last year when Dallas took their sweet little time to renegotiate the contract. So Dak was playing hardball himself. So we'll see. Yeah, South Carolina. Yeah. We'll see. Hmm. I'm lunching. Probably went off. Wow. I'm lunching. I missed the All Star festivities. Park Vista. It's right down the street. Ooh, gunshots. You know what I'm talking about? Anyways, man, I'm off this. Peace and love. We'll see you soon. Mink Network.